Dr. Iwa Salami, an associate professor in financial law and regulation, joins me to unpack this latest development in the United Kingdom. Good to see you, Doctor, and thanks for your time. Now, history in the making, quickly digging deep. Rishi Sunak, named finance minister in 2020, having only entered government as a junior minister. Now, how does his former roles make him well suited for this new job?
Okay, well, thank you for having me. It's a delight to be here with you again. So, as to your question, I think Rishi has actually earned the credence, if you like, to do well in this role, because, of course, as finance minister, he steered the economy through the coronavirus pandemic, as your reporter just recounted there, obviously winning the praise for his financial support for laid off workers and struggling businesses. And of course, in that capacity as Chancellor, he became very well known and respected for his Corona job retention scheme, the furlough scheme, and another scheme called the Eat Out to Help Out scheme. And of course, the coronavirus job retention scheme was quite critical because, of course, we know that this scheme paid up to 80%, if you like, of wages of around 9.5 million people at a cost of almost 42 billion pounds. And, you know, that really was a very great move at a time of deep uncertainty, of course, during the lockdown. But of course, now he faces huge challenges of calming markets and trying to tame inflation at a time of weakened government finances and, of course, of worsening economic outlook. And particularly also as Britain faces broader economic problems stemming from, obviously, the pandemic, the war in Ukraine, which has sort of, precipitated the energy crisis. Of course, we have the cost of living crisis as well. And all of this is happening, you know, on the background or with Brexit on the background and the challenges that also that has resulted, of course, which Rishi actually was a supporter of.
Let me jump in here, Dr. Salami.
Confronted with.
Yeah, apologies for jumping in, Dr. Salami. You know, in all of this, some say Sunak is a divisive figure, even within his party. Now, how much of unity do you think he can guarantee as Prime Minister?
Yes, and that's the point that we can't negate, and only time would sort of tell, because, of course, you know, he's blamed by quite a few Tory MPs, Conservative MPs, as, you know, helping to topple Boris Johnson. And of course, that wasn't good for the representation of the parties or unity in the party. And, you know, to the extent that some are actually thinking, you know, the party, the doubting the extent to which the party can even be, you know, governable under his leadership. Only because over the past few days, last week, we saw the drama happening in Parliament, you know, making people just believe that actually this party, their time might be up for, you know, for a replacement, a complete replacement. And some are actually even saying that a general election really is the only answer to restoring political credibility. So really, yeah, he's earned credibility for what he's achieved, but to be honest, I'd say only time would tell the extent to which he would succeed. But personally, I think, obviously, of the two candidates that, you know, ran between him and Liz Truss, he was obviously the stronger candidate, considering his, you know, considering that he was a technocrat. And still is a technocrat. And at a time like this, the UK really needs, you know, somebody who isn't just charismatic, but somebody who actually knows what to do in actually steering the economy back to stability.
Okay, Dr. Salami, a fine place for us to leave it there. Many thanks for your time as always.
Thanks for having me.